haven't come to reclaim Araba. Not yet anyway. Our only objective is to rescue poor Galvas. Ione and Reyna have examined the maps obtained by intelligence. I believe they have found a way in. Our main task is to keep the Imperials busy to buy Ione and Reyna time to find Galvas. However, we mustn't let them know we are restraining ourselves. We must maintain a fragile illusion. 2 attack squads will be utilized. Primary force will attack from the front, secondary from the side. Ganlon and I shall lead the primary force. Bastion, you shall lead the secondary force. If our intelligence is correct, we shall be facing substantially more ATACs than I had expected. What of the man who killed my father, Faulkner? Do you expect him to join his troops in battle? I can't be certain, Bastion, but it is very likely. A general must lead, or he loses the respect of his men. Remember, the task is to hold the Imperials until Galvas is spirited away to safety. As soon as we receive word from Ione, we must immediately retreat to Avalon. I know you crave revenge, Bastion. I just cannot allow you to risk Galvas' life to exact it. As you know, gentlemen, Avalon has sent an army to reclaim this castle. I expected this, and am unconcerned. We shall allow Duke Zera and his forces to come. They shall exhaust themselves in the assault, and then we shall reveal our true strength, at which point the Duke and his men shall be annihilated. That is all, gentlemen. Return to your posts and await further orders. I trust that you have an excellent reason for interrupting this meeting. I am sorry, Excellency. I felt it important to inform you that Prince Duyere has departed. What? I gave specific orders that no one was to enter or leave Araba until the Avalon threat was quelled. And I informed him as such, dear Excellency. But he is the Imperial Prince. He was quite adamant. He made no sense, just muttering about making up for his mistakes in the battle at the Marquis Bridge. I apologize and beg your forgiveness, Excellency. This makes the situation rather complicated. Damn that Duyere. Your orders have changed, gentlemen. We must mobilize our ATACs to fight alongside the brave Prince Duyere. We shall undoubtedly suffer more casualties than I had originally anticipated, but our superior fighting skill and strength of numbers shall still assure us of victory. Of course, we must leave a regiment within the castle. I have decided upon yours, Commander Zakov. What? And why should my men and I be deprived of a role in the glorious victory to come? Surely a man of your experience and wisdom realizes that we cannot leave Araba exposed, Commander. You should be honored that I have entrusted you with a task of such great importance, not insulted. There is no honor in cowering behind castle walls, Faulkner. I wish to fight. Unfortunately, Zakov, I have neither the time nor the energy to engage you in a debate. You shall obey my order, and you will guard Araba until my return. I'll be very disappointed if you fail to heed my instructions, Zakov. Very disappointed. You understand the gravity of the words I have imparted to you here? How I would love to kill you slowly, you sarcastic bastard. I understand, fucker. Your accent seems to have suddenly thickened, Commander. I pray for your sake it lightens soon. Now then, protecting Galvas during the attack shall be of vital import. He may yet prove useful. This will be a glorious day in the history of the Empire, gentlemen. To battle. Duyere was once a mere annoyance, but now he's a threat to my plans. I must deal with him carefully. Hey, where are the guards we're supposed to be relieving? Are we late for our shift? I didn't realize we spent so long swilling ale. Galvas. Help me, Ione. We have to figure out how to get him out of this cell. I think I have a good idea of how to accomplish that, Reyna. I just need to fill up these guards. It's a little smaller than average, but here it is. The key to Galvas' cell. A lot easier than trying to squeeze through those bars if you ask me. Galvas, we've come to rescue you. But you probably realize that when we demonstrate our hand-to-hand combat skills on these poor fools. Ugh. Galvas, are you injured? Have these Imperials been torturing you? I'll be alright. The only torture I've undergone is being allowed to use the facilities only once a day. Perhaps we can stop at a restroom after you free me from this accursed dungeon. I apologize, Sir Galvas, but you'll need to hold it until after we've left the castle. Nice work, ladies. Very nice indeed. The boss will be impressed when he hears about this. The plan seems to be a success. Every ATC in Araba must be out here to engage us. I just pray that the women find Galvas before these wretched Imperials tarnish us too badly. Bastion, you must attack now. That ATC, it's Faulkner. Stick to Zera's plan, Bastion. If you do anything stupid, you put all our lives at risk. You understand that, don't you? Okay, so this is actually an interesting thing. I read that if you pick I don't care, Devlin gets a power boost for some reason. But if you pick I understand, no boost happens to him. So we're gonna pick I don't care, and we're gonna monitor how much damage he actually does. You can worry about your own life, Devlin. I'm here to claim revenge, nothing more. I know full well about wanting revenge, Bastion. I have lost both friends and family to the Empire. But if you attack Faulkner, you jeopardize the life of Galvas. The only one who can explain what your father told you with his final breath. Be patient, Bastion. You'll have your chance for revenge soon enough. But I have a chance for revenge at this very moment. Alright, so we have lots of AI allies in the form of kingdoms. We have lots of AI enemies in the form of the Imperials. So the only problem with this mission, is that because there's so many characters on screen, it actually turns out to be a very long mission. Sadira, Franco, and Halak are going to appear again, and strangely enough, I don't think a lot of people know this, is that you can attack them for a massive amount of experience, especially Halak and Franco. Sadira is really easy to kill, or to defeat, but if you take down Halak and Franco, you get tons of experience for it. The only problem is you'd have to cross to the edge of the map, just past the Imperial forces, and defeat them as fast as possible, but you also have to worry about the bridge at the same time. This is mainly because the bridge is going to be your lifeline once the Kingdom forces get defeated, because they are going to be defeated. They can't survive. They don't have the capacity to defeat all the Imperials, especially with Faulkner around. So we're just watching. They will eventually be defeated. We just have to wait for it. We can actually help the Kingdom forces so that we can probably get more kills, but that's a risky maneuver that I have never attempted before. So you know what? Let's make that kind of attempt. Let's take down these Imperials here first. And then we can rush over to here and take down Franco and Halak right away. Let's give that a shot. Okay, as usual, they're attacking Bastion from the back. Unfortunately, his agility is a little low, but that's okay. And we're going to save just in case everything backfires. We don't have to start this entire mission all over again. Here we go. Okay, we're taking down the Imperials here on the bridge first. We're going to wipe them out as fast as possible before Zakov exits the castle. And let's move out of the way for Barlow. Now, there's no way for the Kingdom forces to win. There's really no possible way. Okay, here we go. The Avalon ATCs are putting up a good fight against Faulkner. I told that fool that he could not win without my help. But perhaps I can take advantage of the situation and show Prince Duyere that it deserves to be a general. Soldier, come here at once. Yes, sir. Fetch Galvas from the dungeons and bring him to me. Yes, sir. I will display Galvas for everyone on the battlefield to see. The Avalon army will be forced to retreat, and I will be hailed as the man who changed the course of the war. Commander Zakov, why have you not brought Galvas as I ordered you to? He escaped, sir. What? He was to be guarded by at least 2 men at all times. Where are the fools now? They're dead, sir. Broken necks. Galvas must have killed them as he escaped. If they weren't already dead, I would kill them myself. Faulkner will have my head when he hears this news. Unless, if Galvas has escaped, then we must recapture him. You soldiers come with me. We are joining the battle with Faulkner. But I thought General Faulkner's orders were for us to remain here in the castle, Commander. That was before Galvas escaped. When we find him and defeat these Avalon fools, Faulkner will not care. As you command, sir. What is Zakov doing? I cannot believe he would so blatantly disregard my orders. I knew he had ambitions to impress the prince, but this bold maneuver is certainly unexpected. After this battle is won, I will have to consider the best way to deal with him. Perhaps permanently. Duke Sarah, Galvas is with us and he's alright. Good work, Ione. All ATCs, prepare to fall back. Wait, Sarah, not yet. The ATCs which were guarding the castle have followed us in pursuit of Galvas, which means they have left Araba almost completely defenseless. These Imperial fools have given us an opportunity to reclaim Araba for the kingdom. Sarah, if you can continue to distract the Empire's forces for a short while, Reyna and I will join with Bastion's squadron and storm the castle. That's a fine idea, Ione. We'll keep these Imperial pigs busy for as long as you require. Bastion, we're coming up behind you. Give us a few moments. And once we've joined you, proceed directly to the castle entrance. Ignore the Imperials. Now that is the optimal way to complete this mission, by rushing the castle, and as soon as you get to the castle gates, mission complete, victory, and everything. We are going to instead not do that, and we're going to aim towards defeating everybody. And that includes Sadira, Franco, and Halak, who are going to appear over here. So we need to clear these Imperials fast before Zakov gets here. Ideally, I wanted to head to where Sadira appears, but I don't think that's going to be an option because the Kingdom forces are going to be wiped out very quickly from here on, and then Zakov is also going to appear here. The ones you have to worry about the most are Faulkner, because he has Melting Flare, which is a range 2 attack. And then that's really it. Zakov also, because he has Ice Shards, which can hit for also has a range of 2. They can't hide really well. The only thing we can do to prevent that is to take down Faulkner as quick as possible. What is Faulkner doing here, and for what reason has he invaded this castle and provoked the kingdom? Sadira, you know quite well that Faulkner has never needed a reason to embrace violence. He lives for it. Your Highness, do you recognize that ATC across the way? If I'm not mistaken, it's being driven by the young man we encountered at Igas Canyon. Bastion. The boy who condemned my father's empire for waging war, and here he is battling against us. Is our empire truly so evil that it inspires such hatred in the hearts of men? Sadira, we have no reason to stay here and watch this, especially not if it upsets you. We can discuss your concerns while Faulkner with your father when we return home. No, I want to watch this. So, yeah, you can actually attack them. Sadira, Faulkner, Franco, and Halak, which is interesting because it's something I never knew, and I don't think a lot of people knew also, because your mission is to rush the castle, right? So you would avoid fighting them, and they appeared as allies in the previous mission. Why would you think you can attack them, right? The good thing is, if you attack them, you get tons of experience, especially from Halak and Franco. Sadira, not so much. Her level is far lower than what your level should be right now. I believe she's level 2, maybe 4. Double check that. So she's level 4, yeah. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so we need to move Reyna up, and we're going to move Ione up too. Alright, Zakov and his entourage are going to rush directly towards the bridge. So we need to clear this Imperial quickly. Let's move Barlow, and we're gonna do a back attack. Ideally, you don't want to do this, but we kind of have to. We got to reduce the amount of enemies we're gonna face. So maybe potentially change a plan here. No, let's save here. Since we cleared the bridge, we can save here and then trying to attack Sadira from this, like from here. Potentially. Maybe we'll help out the Kingdom forces too, right? Because as soon as Galon and Zera are done, it's pretty much over for them. So we can probably try and keep them alive. Okay, let's rush those Imperial forces. We'll move towards Sadira after we take them down. We just need to make sure that, we just need to make sure that Faulkner and Duyere are gone. Because as soon as they're gone, Zera and Gamla are going to have an easier time. And they'll basically be focusing on taking down Zakov. It's going to be great. Maybe they'll attack Zakov. Can't trust these AIs. Move south. And Ione. Now, they might get trapped on the bridge because they're pretty far back. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so Reyna and Ione are probably going to end up being trapped on a bridge. We could probably help them. Yeah, by having Devlin and Barlow potentially walk off to, not the side, but attack them from behind. Let's say we put Devlin here, right? So he'd be able to get back attacked. What about from this guy? Yeah, that too. Who comes after Devlin? Barlow. So Barlow can go behind him. They can pull their defensive strat that they did back at Bandit Brigade, Mission 2, Aegis Canyon. And we'll stop here. We'll go like that. There. And looks like Imperial 2 is moving off towards Bastion. We can use Fireball right here. There we go. Got a free kill. Now if we attack Faulkner, we're going to earn massive amounts of experience. Now here's the issue with that. He's level 12, his attack power is humongous. It is actually massive. If you get hit by any of his attacks, you can easily be wiped out. So the only real strategy in order to beat Faulkner is to freeze him as fast as possible. If you don't do that, good luck. Like, he's actually really difficult. Okay, so let's not attack Duyere, we'll just stop him in his place. We'll make it so he can't escape. Okay, so there's Zakov. Yeah, just as strong. He's level 9, which is the whole reason why he's so strong. Okay, Duyere is going to attack. Okay, good. Everything's working out so far. Reyna's in trouble. We're going to have Devlin and Ione back her up. In order to do that, we got to drive up Zakov's FP. Right now he's at 70, so he's going to skip his next turn. Go ahead and we could probably defend this. We just need to make sure no one goes beside Zakov so we can take that position. Ideally with Barlow. Okay, so now they're blocked off. It's unfortunate. Yeah, really unfortunate. Oh, no, wait. Looks like Devlin can go beside Zakov and freeze him. So can Reyna, but it's too dangerous for her to attack. Okay, looks like Galon's abandoning the prince. Okay, so Barlow can go here. Does he have strong slash yet? No, he doesn't. So we'll have Barlow make the attack, and then that will freeze Zakov. He's taking a lot of damage, but it will be fine. Now, because we are actually going to switch him to the wind sealing stones, so we're going to increase his agility and his dexterity, so that we can learn Tornado and Turbulence. Okay, so Bastion can go behind Bodyguard 1 and use Fireball. We are not going to attack Faulkner. That's just like an easy way to just die. So we have to avoid that, as we have to avoid him like the plague. And he is not going to let us run for our lives. Okay, we have to defend this. Okay, we're gonna go behind Faulkner and attack. The goal of this is literally just to drop up his FP. If we can do that, we can freeze him, and from there we can attack him safely. Let's see. So let's increase his power. We want him to like do as much damage as possible, even if that means him being defeated. Okay, so Fireball. Still missed. That's the issue with Sarbellus. Its dormant skills are incredible. It basically is a very hard to hit ATAC. Okay, let's attack Zakov, and we're going to increase our power by 2, and we'll increase our dexterity so we can hit him more often. As for Reyna, she needs to level up her, let's see, base 8 right for strong thrust, and then from there it needs, yeah, so base 8, 6 power, 7 dexterity, so we have that already. Okay, now she has long thrust. Fantastic. And here, and Ganlon, he's not moving, which is unfortunate. And Barlow can attack Zakov. Go, we'll end here. Okay, Devlin's gone. It's unfortunate. Looks like the strat might fail us, the new strat that I decided to try. So we'll see if we can actually do as much damage as I hope we can. Good thing is none of the Imperials except Faulkner are attacking us. And by us, I mean Bastion. Alright, so if we attack those work out. Oh, wait a minute. So Faulkner has 39 FP, which means he will still be able to do an attack. Let's move here. And we're not gonna attack. We're just gonna sit here and have Ganlon protect our backside. Oh, look at that. It was very smart of me to move there. Alright, so smaller Imperial soldiers are okay to lose to the AI allies right now. Strong thrust? Okay, he defends only because he's going to die if he gets hit. Okay, it's hitting Barlow. Oh man. Okay, Barlow's gone. Looks like the strat was a very risky one. Okay, we can defend, but we might get attacked afterwards. Let's try and defend. Let's just defend it. Oh, we managed to dodge it. That's a good thing. Okay, Ione. I want her to take the kill. Well, I want her to attack, but if she attacks, she basically takes the kill. And that's not something I want. I need Reyna to do it. So we're going to have to end her turn right there. Okay, good. Now Bastion should be able to take the Zakov kill. Assuming that doesn't happen, but that just happened. Okay, trying to avoid it. Good. Alright, so Sarbellus is going to be super dangerous. We can attack Bodyguard 1 and hope we dodge Faulkner's next attack, which could be super difficult. Let's go ahead and try and get rid of Bodyguard 1. And then I would say we might be able to, hopefully. Actually, let's move this way. And we'll block whatever his face is, Duyere from walking in front of Bastion and taking him down. Okay. Now, hopefully Faulkner moves. Good, he did move. And he seems to be under impression that Ganlon is more dangerous. it looks to be working out. The only issue is Faulkner and Sarbellis. And Sarbellis is Prince Duyere. They're still at max HP, and in order to take down Faulkner, we must, and we really must, actually freeze him. Because any counter attack he makes would probably wipe us out in one go. Now Reyna's in danger right now. The good thing is she's dodging quite a lot. We want to leave at least one of these Imperial ATCs free and alive, because we're going to rush over to here and hopefully take down Halak and Franco, because they'll give you a ton of experience should you wipe them out. Okay, Zakov's gone to Reyna. There we go. Now the next thing we want her to learn is ice shards, right? Or we want her to learn her reflect attack or parry. So for reflect attack, she's going to need base of 6 and power of 12, which she's not going to be able to get this turn, but she can learn ice shards, which is really good right now, so we might actually do that. So she needs dex 8 and 6 agility, I believe. No, 6 defense. Okay, so we'll just go like that, and we'll increase her base. There we go. Now she'll have ice shards and strong thrust. Okay, now let's move. Now, we don't want to get in front of Faulkner, as well as Duyere. So we'll leave her here to recover some FP. Bastion needs to run for his life, or he will die. So we're going to run this way. We're going to take down this Imperial. Or not. Let's instead just walk here. Let's go right here. And then we'll have Ione stay about here. And Faulkner is going to go and trap himself. There we go. Now this is why Faulkner is super dangerous. His accuracy is insanely high. And he can easily wipe you out. Now it's going to be too hard to freeze Faulkner at this point, so we're going to follow Zera's lead. And I guess attack Duyere. Okay, so he's going to chase after Ione. Just fine. Her stats are actually high enough that he's not going to be any trouble. It looks like they're going to start chasing after Bastion. Alright, we can start using Fireball, but we lose too much FP. We gain too much FP from that, so we'll just keep avoiding. Okay, we're at risk now. Let's hope that Faulkner doesn't trap Bastion. And let's wipe out this ATAC right here. Okay, let's stop. Now let's hope Faulkner decides to go ahead and challenge Zera to Mortal Kombat. Okay, no, he's chasing Bastion around. Okay, so huge danger right now. Looks like the strat is failing. The new strat I just saw up on the spot doesn't work very well. Okay. We need to move. Like this, we really actually do need to move. Any attack on Bastion would freeze him instantly. Actually, no way, it didn't. Any attack by Faulkner would wipe him out. Okay, so he's going to start attacking Zera now. That's good. We want them to basically duke it out. And here we go. Here we go. We're just about... Zera ran away. Okay, so... Looks like he's chasing Duyere. Okay, let's try and get rid of Duyere as fast as possible. This is, yeah, okay, so his FP is going to be 86, which means he's going to skip his next turn. So that's something we can use to our advantage. We're trying to survive this. That's really it. Okay, so let's defend this. And we're using Zera as a way to drive up FP, as well as reduce their HP. Okay, that was lucky. He's frozen. Yeah. Let's take down Duyere. Who comes next, actually? First off, let's do this. Who comes after Ione? So Sadira and Faulkner is next, and then Zera. Now, unfortunately, Zera probably won't attack Faulkner, which would make Faulkner's FP high enough that he would not be able to attack. But if we attack Faulkner now, we lose Ione, but we protect Bastion. Because Zera is going to attack Duyere, and in the process, freeze him. And Bastion would be able to Be unfrozen and make his next move. Oh, Zera. AI allies, you just cannot trust them. Okay, that failed miserably. Let's not do that strat this time. Let's reload, and this time we're going to go into the battle and do our turtle strat. Alright, there we go. Complete the mission. The castle has been seized. Zakov, you incompetent fool. You have humiliated both of us today. Forces of the kingdom have taken the castle. We must retreat for now, but we shall return to reclaim it. We should leave as well. I see. Camorge is dead. Who was he, Galvas, and how did you come to know him? Camorge was a false name he gave himself when he left the kingdom and went into hiding. His real name was Alucard. Alucard? He was the leader of the Guardian Knights. He was responsible for the safety of the king himself. Yes, he was. And he was your younger brother. I know he died with honor, Galvas. I am certain he did. The last time I saw him was shortly after the king perished during the Empire's assault on the capital. I always believed that he fled from shame, that he left because he had dishonored the kingdom. I tried to shut him out of my mind, but I always hoped he would come back. I always missed him. Before Camorge died, he gave us a message for you. The Supreme Spirit sleeps at the feet of the lion. Guide the holy lineage to the light. The meaning of those words is a mystery to all of us. I can scarcely believe it. Where's the boy, Bastion? In the reception hall, I believe. Still in mourning for Camorge. Alucard. I'm certain you'll enlighten us sooner or later, but I prefer to know sooner if you don't mind. I was shocked when you mentioned that Alucard had a son, but now I understand their true relationship. And now I understand why Alucard fled the capital. It was not because of shame, but because of his duty. Alucard took it upon himself to raise and protect the next king. What? The blue blood of royalty flows through Bastion's veins, Ione. He is our fallen king's only heir. When the capital was assaulted and the king perished, Alucard must have stolen away with Bastion. But why did he stay away for so long instead of returning after the Empire had been repulsed? I can answer that one, Ione. Bastion is who they wanted in the first place, not the king. If Alucard had come back here with Bastion, they would have attacked us again. They needed him, because he's the only one who can pilot the Ultra Gunner ATAC. It's a gift and a curse. So now they know. I wonder what Faulkner will think of this. It all makes sense now. I can't believe I didn't figure it out sooner. The Empire started this war to find Ultra Gunner, and to make Bastion use it against us. But when Alucard took Bastion, he distracted the Empire and gave us time to regroup. We need the power of the Ultra Gunner to reclaim what the Empire has taken. But Bastion could not have used or controlled that power when he was only a boy. Alucard knew that we all would have to wait for Bastion to mature into manhood. And now that Bastion is a man, all we need to do now is find the Ultra Gunner for him. According to Alucard's message, there may be a clue to its location in the kingdom of Dionne. Then it is most likely the course of wisdom to journey and have a chat with the Marquis. What of Bastion? How do you think he will react when he learns of this true lineage? And will I remember to call him Your Highness? I'm the prince of the kingdom? Which is why the innocent people of Frua were viciously attacked by the Empire? Which is why this horrible war came to pass? And which is why Father died? I am the cause of it all. I am the cause of the death and destruction which has plagued the kingdom for these 16 years. I want to believe this is a horrible nightmare from which I'm about to awaken. But I know it's true. I can feel the truth pushing down on my chest like a crushing weight. I wanted to save this world from the Empire's wrath. I wanted so much to make Father proud. But all I did was instigate the death of the man who gave me everything, who taught me everything. I am a plague. I bring death with me wherever I go. I kill the ones I love. I'm not royalty. I'm just a curse. A horrible curse. Where are you going, Bastion? If I stay here, I will only bring the wrath of the Empire upon you all. I'm going to take my ATAC into the farthest mountain range and wait for the Imperial army there. I will do my best to die with honor, as my father did. Honor, tell me, Bastion, where is the honor in running like a coward? You are a fool, Bastion. Cameron's laid down his life to save yours, and now you're just going to throw away his sacrifice? You said he taught you everything. Didn't he teach you to show respect for the dead? You act as if you're the only one who deserves to grieve. What about me? He was my father as much as yours. Leave if you must, Bastion. I have lost my family before. Perhaps I can survive losing another. Melia, I'm so sorry. Please, Bastion, don't forget about what has driven you for so long. The Empire. Defeating the Empire. That's right, Bastion. Not a day goes by where you don't talk about kicking the Empire's butt. So why are you going to quit now? Puck. You're right. I can't quit. The Empire won't stop until they rule the continent. We all know that. And since I'm the only one who can use the Ultra Gunner, I might be the only one who can stop them. I'm afraid of what might happen to you all if I stay, or if I fail. We're your friends, Bastion. We're gonna stick with you no matter what happens. And if we work together, we can do anything. Camarge always told us that, remember? He's right, Bastion. Puck, Melia, so are you gonna stay and fight, or what? I know Barlow and me owe you a life of debt and all, but that doesn't mean you should waste our time. Besides, do you know how long it's been since Barlow ate? He's about to gnaw my foot off. Not joking, I've tried it before. Leather's nutritious. I'm going to stay, Devlin, and I'm going to fight. Bastion, your face is even more handsome when you're wearing that determined look. I think I like it. What? Reyna. What? It's quite becoming. You have good friends, Bastion. Friends who will always help you, no matter what you need. I wish I had realized that sooner, but at least I know it now. Together, we're going to defeat the Empire. We're going to do it for the sake of the world. We're going to do it for my father. Have you now come to understand, Your Highness? The citizens of the kingdom have prayed for your triumphant return. I've come to understand a great many things recently, Galvas. But I'm not going to wage this war against the Empire simply for the sake of the kingdom. I'm going to fight for the freedom of everyone on the continent, regardless of the nation in which they dwell. No one in this land should have to live in fear, as I did. No one. Your Highness, you are the heir to the kingdom. The citizens would revolt if they hear you speak this way. You were born to inherit the throne. You must fight for the honor and the glory of the kingdom. Calm down, Galvas. Yeah, Bastion is our leader, and that means he's the one who sets our agenda. Or do you wish to usurp the authority of his reign already? What? I would never commit an act of treason against the prince. Then perhaps you should give his leadership a chance. Right, Your Highness? Please don't call me Your Highness. It just sounds too weird. Bastion will be fine. Your Highness, you cannot be addressed with a common name. That would be weird. Well, Bastion, what is your command? We're waiting. Your Highness, what is your bidding? If you're entertaining suggestions, I think we should visit Marquis Dionne to look for the Ultra Gunner. I wish I, could join you, but that battle was, murder on my ATAC, so I'll have to, stay here. Really? You seem to pass the battle with nary a scratch, but I guess someone has to guard the castle. My, thoughts exactly. Your Highness, is it your will that Galvas remains here while the rest of us escort you to the Marquis? Remember that we are merely your advisors, nothing more. Please do not hesitate to disregard our advice. It sounds fine to me, Galvas, and don't hesitate to call me Bastion. I don't think I can bring myself to do that, Your Highness. I apologize. Ione, you probably don't want to hear this, but I believe you should hold the fort with Galvas. Nothing against Galvas, of course, but he won't be able to hold off the Empire if they return. I'd stay behind too if the new prince here didn't require someone to teach him about diplomacy. It's alright, Zara. If I held rank over you, I'd force you to stay here too. Sassy, aren't we? So, Zara, please tell me more of this Marquis Dionne. Where to start? He's chief of a tribe of mercenaries who've been battling the Empire since forever. He's difficult to impress, I've heard. The only way to earn Dionne's respect is to engage him in battle. We have to fight him to earn his respect? Has anyone bothered to try stimulating conversation? Dionne's idea of stimulating conversation is a good, loud battle cry. The only way to get on Dionne's good side is by fighting him and his mercs, and they fight to win. If you engage Dionne and his crew, and you win, or just survive, you've made friends for life. Duke Sarah, have you ever fought Marquis Dionne? I knew you were beginning to wonder how I knew so much about him. Fact is, I did fight Dionne once when I wasn't much older than you, and of course, I was soundly defeated. Duke Sarah, I never knew that. Why haven't you told that story before? Well, I'm not especially fond of retelling stories where I'm the one pummeled to a pulp at the end. Good point. Not to boast, but I believe I could best a Marquis if we engaged on the battlefield again. Is anyone else getting strange signals on their short-range radars? I am, and those signals look very much like ATAC heat signatures. Prepare for battle.